Hey everyone, this is Jorcation, and this video is going to be on my first trading bot that I had that really was profitable, through the years of backtesting and implementing different strategies to the bot for it to finally work. And now it's hands-free, essentially, 24/5. It literally brings in passive income, essentially, because, it can work in an Asian session when I'm sleeping. So these are the things that one of the reasons why I made it to begin with. Of course, my why is that, we can't sit on the charts for 24/5. We can't sit on the charts throughout the entire day, right? So, of course, you want a system that can follow a strategy that can do the work for you. Essentially, it's doing the heavy lifting for me on the charts. I've given it perimeter, I've given it things that I wanted to pay attention to, systems, and it would place a position based on that strategy when an opportunity arises. Now, of course, I have tested this algorithm for a very, very long time. When I first started using this expert advisor, I had, I think I was using it on my live account first, and I wanted to try and see whether I could use it on small account size first. And that ended up not going so great to begin with because, of course, with small account sizes, it's even harder to make a significant amount of profit, especially at a small time frame. That's kind of what I was going for at the time. But then I changed my efforts to more long-term, fulfilling profits long-term where, I feel much safer rather than risking a ton where if the market didn't turn, then it would be, a waste of all of the back testing that I was doing, because I'm trying to build a system here that can run long-term, not just short-term profits. So of course, with the integration of the expert advisor on the markets, I tried different pairs. I tried putting it on with XAU USD first, then GBP JPY, then GBP USD, and I really liked how it performed on XAU USD. The flow, the volatility was perfect because, the breakouts it would have, on the New York session, the London session, as it was just getting ready for the New York, the volatility was just perfect. Especially when the market is in, yeah, sorry guys, especially when the market is consolidating, there are perfect opportunities for the market to scalp, because this is the bot can run different strategies based on the system that I give it, and when I first started using this expert advisor, I always questioned, if I'd get to a point where I could just switch it on and leave it. And I think once I removed the thought of just quick profits on a short time frame first, because sometimes you want to be able to see the return on your kind of investment at a very, very fast stage. That's when it started doing well, because, if 10% of FTMO, realistically speaking, it is quite a lot, and if you just aim for 1 to 2% a week or 1 to 2% every 2 weeks on a large account size, that's more than enough to sustain a full-time income here in London, and people don't understand that with expert advisors. Of course, there are things you have to take into consideration, whether there's red file news, whether it's non-farm payroll, CPI, all of these different news things, and these can sometimes have an impact on your account. So of course you have to bear in mind that low risk is really important, and if you don't want to trade on these news times, because a lot of platforms say you can't trade news. So of course, if you're using FTMO, use a swing account, and you kind of want to bear in mind that, of course, when news is coming, you also don't want to have a position that are way larger than your risk appetite, of course, because this can lead into, of course, maybe even liquidation of your personal account, or even just closing in loss, or even in profit sometimes, because these spikes on the market during the news hours are very, very volatile, and the wicks and all of these different things you'll see are literally exponentially scary. So I'd just be careful. And of course, the most important thing, as I always say, if you made it this far into the video, is risk manage. I can't stress how important risk management is, guys. Risk management is one of those things that, I believe you should learn first as a trader. Whenever you buy a course, it shouldn't be understanding technical patterns or fundamental analysis or sentimental analysis. It should be risk management. That's the first thing you should learn, because people want to understand how to make money so quickly, but they don't want to understand how to prevent you from losing money, which is one of the things that most traders will tend to go through in in their emotional careers trading profitably. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's very short again, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is Jorcation. Peace.